Hi, welcome, and thank you for tuning in today. I am Maria Fuentes, and today I will be talking about the awesome communicating program many of you are quite familiar with already, called Skype. Those of you not familiar with Skype, I will go over the Wikipedia definition. Skype is a telecommunications application software product that specializes in providing video chat and voice calls from computers, tablets, and mobile devices via the internet to other devices such as smartphones. My definition of Skype, however, is the awesomeness of doing things together or sharing experiences no matter how far apart you are. Skype allows users to communicate by voice using a microphone, video by using a webcam, and instant messaging over the internet. Skype to Skype calls to other users are free of charge too, so that's pretty awesome. I will start off with a little bit of history about Skype. Skype is headquartered in Luxembourg. It was founded in 2003. However, it became a division of Microsoft Corporation when it was bought out by them in 2011. 10 years after its release, actually, the internet phone service had become one of the most downloaded software programs ever released. In a blog post commemorating its 10th birthday, Skype said about 1.4 trillion minutes of voice and video calls had been made using its services. That's a lot of minutes. Skype became, and is very much still popular for making video calls. One of its most attractive features is that it's cheap and it's pretty easy to use. With Skype, you can celebrate birthdays with faraway family and friends. You can share a story, learn a language, hold a meeting, even work with coworkers from your own home or from pretty much anywhere you choose. You can use it on your phone, laptop, tablet, or TV, whatever works best. Although it's free for video chatting or conferencing, if you pay just a little, you can do a lot more like phone calls, access Wi-Fi, and even send text. This sounds like a fun way to have a family reunion via conferencing, but in the world of business, this means bringing your entire network of clients and partners or coworkers together. Imagine that, without even being in the same room. Skype, however, is not only for serious video conferencing. You can also use it for staying fit. Are you wondering what am I talking about, fit? Okay, I know a number of people who have been using Skype to keep their New Year's resolution of staying in shape. Probably wondering, what am I talking about, right? Well, it can get tough exercising 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And it can get tougher if you're like me, where you need companionship for motivation. Some people hate gyms and lose interest when exercising alone, so they opt for Skype to Skype video conferencing. Skype to Skype video calls allows you to work out with friends that live far away. Not only does it keep you accountable, it also gives you needed girl time with friends. So if you never thought of the endless uses of Skype, think again. Make a date with a few friends and start exercising together. Who knows, you may all come up with more fun ideas to use Skype. Think of the endless possibilities there is for the use of Skype. In fact, the company itself has often highlighted some of its most incredible moments, like the time a soldier in Iraq was able to witness the birth of his child via Skype. There have been people who have Skyped from the top of Mount Everest, and we can go on and on, I'm sure. According to Microsoft, 1/3 of all international phone calls now go through Skype. You can always tell when a brand has become a success by the way it becomes a verb. How many of us now say, I was Skyping, or hey, let's Skype? So let's talk about safety or privacy. How private is Skype? We mentioned how you can hold important business meetings or schedule interviews with potential candidates for a job or whatever the case be. So as I researched a little more on Skype, I read how the company has long provided communications data to government authorities. Well, you're wondering, okay, like what kind of data? Such data includes your registration details, who you called and for how long, and that person's telephone number. And most importantly, your IP address. Actually, I think the bigger problem would be that it's very easy for anyone to find out a computer's IP address just from your Skype username when you're logged in. And once they have your IP address, they can see where you are currently located and track your every move. Yikes! Yes, so for those who may be wanting to hide where they are, Skype may not be the best option. So with that said, if for whatever reason you no longer would want to use Skype, rest assured in knowing that there are plenty of alternative programs out there now. Skype is still incredibly popular, but there are plenty of other services snapping at its heels, I think their most prominent competitor is Apple's FaceTime, which, although it's only available for iPhones and iPads, it is very simple to use as well, and I'm sure has conquered quite the Skype fans, especially for video calling. Apple isn't the only one, though. As expected, Google will have some competition going as well. Actually, Google can be quite the competition. It has 3 different programs that are similar to Skype. They use Google Hangouts, which is used mostly for video conferencing. They use Google Voice, which only allows you to make calls over the internet, and Google Talk, which is used for instant messaging. Another software is Jitsi. This one is pretty powerful because not only can you utilize this one for audio and video calls, but you can share desktops, record and encrypt calls, and even instant message. I think so far my favorite feature for Jitsi, however, is the echo cancellation and noise suppression. We all can agree this can come pretty handy when trying to hold an important meeting in a noisy airport, for example. The list of alternatives can go on and on. There is Goober, Ovo, both extremely simple to set up and use. Viber, which is an app for smartphones, is quite popular and also a direct competitor, just like the free messaging service WhatsApp, that's become pretty popular also. These other programs may not be as polished or prevalent as Skype, but they certainly get the job done. And the best part, they're all free. So if Skype does not please you anymore, there are many alternatives out there for you to try out. Okay, everyone. This concludes my podcast. Thanks for tuning in. And although Skype was once the top dog for free video conferencing, we see there are many contesting kings to that throne. Bye-bye now.